What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Ruse Reviews, and today we are chatting about QR Genie by Salim. So let's get into this. Welcome back. We are in with another app review. In fact, I've got a few app reviews coming up in the pipeline, so keep an eye out for them. But today we are chatting about QR Genie by Salim. Now, what is QR Genie? Well, QR Genie is essentially billed as an app which allows you to predict pretty much anything you like on a digital business card. Now, for those of you out there that have a digital business card like Linktree and others of the like, you'll know what a digital business card is. It is essentially a online page that has your website, Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. But what this app allows you to do is to embed an image or a video underneath all those links on the same page of anything your spectators can think about. So just think about that for a minute. Anything that pops into their mind, whatever they think of, can be shared on this page as a prediction. When I think about apps, I always think about reliability. This app has been used at many gigs over the last few weeks that I've been performing at and really working it in proper, weird conditions, in sort of conditions where I don't have much signal, where I have a good amount of signal, even out on sea. So it was very odd, all these conditions I tested this app out in, and it didn't fail me once. Let's break this down a little bit more. What you get is the option to be able to send your spectators a link to this business card page, this Link Genie page, or you can have them scan a QR code, which is brilliant. So on my phone, I have, obviously on the latest smartphones, I have a picture of my dog, but also if I press and hold, I can get, if I can do this, like this, I can get, hopefully you guys can see that, I swipe across and I get to my QR Genie page. I'm sure most of you are now scanning the screen. Please do, because what that now allows me to do is show my screen to the spectators, they scan it and they get the page up on their phone right from the very start. The page that gets opened, which is this one here for me, and you can see there's a little video down there of the last video that I was able to pick up from a participant. The page that opens up for me, they can have up on their phone the entire time. So this can sit, I tend to do this with two people. I tend to have one person open up my digital business card and then I go into the performance with another person. Now, within this app, there are multiple input methods. The app itself allows you, it has some pre-built inputs. So for example, one of those inputs is for an ESP card. So they can think of an ESP card and that appears as the image underneath the links that you have. Again, they can do the same with playing cards. So there is also a swipes input. So if you know the standard clock swipe input that's been used on many other apps, then you can use that clock swipes input to input a a playing card underneath those links. And there's also an inbuilt star sign input. So if you were to find out this person's star sign by way of another app or by your own means, you can then input that star sign to show beneath those links as a prediction, which is super cool. And you can actually write something that says something like, I predict this person will be a Sagittarius, for example. That's mind-blowing. The app itself is super user-friendly. You can customize the images, you can customize the page, you can customize your image, you can customize how your business card looks. So many options, and there's so many ways to customize even the QR code. So I have quite a standard QR looking code, but you can customize it different colors. You have a lot of options with this app. And it's just nice to be able to have that freedom when creating your own bespoke effects. Within this app, there is something called the Smart Reveal, which is where Google will search its database for an image that matches an input that you've placed. So that you can do like a free text input as well. So you have ESP cards, playing cards, and star signs that are pre-built, but you can also type something in. So if you type into the app crisps, for example, or potato chips if you're in the US, you can then have Google search its database and it will come up with a picture of crisps and it will put that underneath where your links are. So it does this smart reveal, and you can do that for both images and videos. And this comes on to the next point, which is how I use this app. The integrations with other apps on the market. This app works with Wikitest, Ellipse, DFB, custom lists, many different apps on the market that work with API. And my favorite way to do this is with Ellipse. So what I will generally tend to do is get my business card up on the phone, give it to somebody, say to somebody else, I'll tell you what, go to genius.com for me, and I'm going to try and get you to read my mind, okay? How quick do you think it would take for you to read my mind? So I search for a song, load up what I need to with Ellipse, and they try and read my mind, they get it wrong, sometimes they get it right, and then they search for something. When the participant goes to search for a song, that will then be sent to QR Genie, which will then upload it to this page. Now, let me reiterate, that page is face up on their hand. You do not need to refresh it. You do not need to do anything. This is a major update that's happened quite recently, in fact, which is why I like to give apps a little while before reviewing them. Beforehand, you had to refresh and then it would upload. But this time, you can have the page face up, and all they have to do is just move down, scroll down the page, and that video of that song will be uploaded onto the page. I then get the peak of the word via Peaksmith, or that's how I do it, but you can do it via many other ways. It's so strong when they see that image. In fact, one of my favorite things to do is to have the other person that's got the business card up, someone else has searched for the song, obviously, I'll say, is there a video on that page? And they say yes. I'll say to you what, if you play it and then turn up the volume, almost like an earworm type thing. So they turn up the volume, the music gets louder, and the other person reacts and they start freaking out. It is killer. And then at that point, a little bit down the line, I'll then reveal the word that they're thinking of as well. There's so much to say, like good things to say about this app that, you know what? Top marks from me. It is absolutely killer. Salim has made it himself known within the app world marketplace. His other app's called Hydra as well, so I'm trying to get that on the channel at some point. It'd be really cool. But this is such a good way to get your details, website, Twitter, Facebook, anything you can think of, into someone else's hands. You know, we all live in a digital world. All you have to do is scan a QR code, do a trick with that QR code or that link, and they've now got all your details. They've got your website and everything. So if you are a working magician, this is a must. For me, this app is a must. If you are working and trying to get your name out there, or just to get people in contact with you, absolutely killer. If you're not a working magician, if you're just out and about, you can create link trees with anything. It can be just to your Twitter, it could be to another page for, like, if you're doing like a Picasso Pro, for example, you might link them to your Picasso Pro page if you want to do something with drawing. You could have anything on this link tree page, but it just puts people in touch with you straight away after you've finished this effect. And there needs to be more effects like this that really integrate parts of your business, parts of what you're trying to put out there as a performer, directly into someone else's lives. And I think it is really cool. Within the app, there are written tutorials, but more importantly, there are video tutorials as well, where Shamir will go through all the aspects of setting up the app, from inputs to adding the APIs from other apps. And it's just really clean, really easy to use. And as I say, super user friendly. Another thing I should point out, this comes for both iOS, if you're over 12, is it iOS 12 or above, and Android. So both iOS and Android users are catered for. Phew. Now, as I said, I've tried this in many different environments, from places which don't have a huge amount of signal to places which do, and even on the seas. I've been doing a gig on a yacht recently, not to brag, but it was quite a nice gig. But doing this even on a boat which had questionable Wi-Fi at best, worked. Like, I'm always apprehensive about using tech within events. I'm always, even apps that I use regularly, I tend to try and, use sparingly at events that I know I'm not going to have super strong signal at. And with this, even with kind of weakish signal, it just went through flawlessly. I don't know what server Shamir is using, but it's super quick. And when you get the notification, it comes through as a vibration on your phone. So it's tactile, you don't have to look at your phone, you don't have to do anything. It just happens automatically. I think if you're a working magician, you need this in your arsenal. There really isn't much more for me to say about this app other than go and pick it up. Links are below. I think it's $33 or something, which is ridiculous when you think of the scope that this app has. You give people your business card, you then do something, you give people your digital business card, and you do something with that page that leaves an impression with them, and it leaves them with your details. So, Well done, Shamir Salim. Absolutely amazing. We'll try and get Hydra on as well because that sounds really, really cool. But thank you guys for watching. Go and pick it up. Links in the description below. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Ciao.